Hey guys, welcome back to the channel. Guys, today you guys have not seen me bake a cake in a while. It's been more than a couple of months. So my husband got into the cake again he wants me to bake him a cake. So I told you guys that I always keep stuff in my pantry. So I asked him if he wanted a pineapple upside down cake, which that is his favorite, or he wanted carrot cake with cream cheese frosting. So he says to me he wants carrot cake with cream cheese frosting. So I'm going to make a double layer, and I like when I make my cakes, I like to do double layer. So, and also I want to make it taste like it's not a box cake. So therefore we have to elevate the flavor of this and add some home ingredients to it, okay? So this called for 3¼ cup of water, 3 large eggs, and a ½ a cup of vegetable oil. So we're going to use a ½ a cup, almost a cup of oil, but it's not going to be all oil. I'm going to be mixing it with butter, okay? So let's measure that. And please, when you measure liquid, make sure you actually use a liquid measuring cup. All right. There is my mix of the oil and butter. That's that. So to this, we're going to be adding 1 cup of whole flour. So I got here, and I use all-purpose flour. So guys, this is gonna be quick and easy, all right? It's the recipe how to take a box cake and elevate it to taste like a bakery cake. So take your sifter. Please make sure that when you actually measuring 1 cup, it is 1 cup, and you see it not above with a mountain on top, because then you will not be measuring properly, okay? So into there, let me grab the rest of my spices, because we're going to add some spices, because like that it won't be bland. Let me grab those spices, and I'm also want to move you guys over here. All right, guys. Here I got ½ a teaspoon of cloves. I'm adding it to the flour. Less than ½ a teaspoon of ginger. Okay. We're going to add about ½ a teaspoon of cinnamon. And this is the nutmeg. We're gonna add about ½ a teaspoon of nutmeg. And I added ½ a teaspoon of baking powder, okay? Because remember, this already gonna rise with what it has. You adding what you need to add for, because you adding stuff to it, okay? If you adjust the flour and you think it's not gonna taste right. So this is what's going to change the flavor, okay? So and make sure you sift your flour. So like that you don't have any clumps. That's that. Now you're going to add your cake mix. I would shred some carrots and put it in here, but I'm not. There's no need for that. And also make sure that everything that you're adding in there is room temperature. And if you, I forgot to make this cake, so my husband be home like around 10. So crack your eggs out of the cake, just in case you have any shell. And I have an extra egg over here, so I'm adding 4 eggs, remember, because I added an extra cup of flour. Okay, so we are going to do that, but first I'm going to mix the flour and the eggs batter together so everything is start cooperating. Now I'm going to add, this is the butter and oil. And I'm going to be using milk. The only thing there is not going to be room temperature is the milk, which it'll be fine. I'm going to incorporate everything with this, and then I will be using the hand mixer, okay? And I'm going to show you, because you want your eggs to be, number one, you don't want to overmix. And if you use the hand mixer is going to mix faster than your hand. So I want to incorporate everything first, and then I'm going to be using the hand mixer to actually make sure that everything is. Meanwhile, I'm preheating my oven. So let me do this, and then we're going to continue. Okay, I added the milk, and then I added, you could see it on the top. You could see it right there. I added water. And now we're going to mix and roll. You're going to make for about a minute. It is nice and thick. So, see, we're going to let that drain out of the. Sorry guys, I don't mean to cut in front of it, but I have to grab my spatula. Something that I'm going to do is taste the batter to see if any sugar. Actually, no. And you know, when you make a wax cake, you could taste the aftertaste of the, like some type of chemical aftertaste. It doesn't have that. So that's good. So now, I'm going to be using an 8-inch, okay? And I'm going to be using, you get this in Dollar Tree, okay? These are our cake sleeves, you know, and it makes it an easy cleanup, and that's it. So one is going to be, one of the layer is going to be taller they're not gonna be even. People make them even, but I usually don't. And if you don't like your batter to be so thick, you could add a little bit of more liquid. I really don't, because I don't want my cake to taste like water. You know, I want it to be nice and firm. It's still gonna be moist because of the oil and butter. So this one is going to go to the back of the oven and the middle rack. And this one is going to be in the front, because of course this one is going to bake faster. It's less cake batter in here, as you could tell. Okay. All right, now it's all the way around. So let's put them in the oven. All right, guys, let's check this. And for what I see, both of them are done. We are going to be using a shaker plus cutting board to put the cake on top of it, and not to ruin our tabletop. Not our tabletop, but our countertop. So this is the stainless steel. This is a stainless steel shaker plus cutting board. And if you want to check it out, go and I will link the video of the review of it in the description box, so you guys can go check it out. It is good though. It is good. I got rid of my plastic board, and now I'm using this shaker stainless steel board. Guys, this cake is done. We're going to turn off the oven, and we're going to let it sit for like 10 minutes here, and then I'm going to take it out from here, and I'm going to put it in a glass plate, one in each glass plate, and I will be placing it in the freezer. I will be flash freezing it. So we're doing the flash freeze. What it's gonna do is gonna bring the temperature completely fast. It's not gonna freeze, but it's going to be nice and moist on the inside. Okay, so we're going to do that. I'll see you 1 second. Christmas in July. This is vanilla frosting. You want to bring it to the edge, but not all the way. There's a little lump there in the top, so Doesn't matter how you start frosting the cake. I usually start from the edge, but doesn't matter. Alright guys, so I'm going to frost this and I'm going to show you what it looks like. Guys, it's done, it's finished, and are you ready? This is what it looks like. 2-layer vanilla filling on the center and sponge style decorated carrot cake. Carrot cake. Not your regular typical box cake. So learn how to elevate a box cake to a bakery taste box cake. Yep. Be kind to one another. Don't forget to smile overall. Stay safe, stay healthy. Doesn't mean because you treat yourself once in a while, you're not unhealthy. And remember, guys, God loves you, and I do too. It will be into the next one. Bye. I didn't go that far, guys. I am back. So, this is what the cake looks like. The inside. And this is the piece that I'm going to sit down and enjoy with a glass of milk. Yep, that's what it looks like. All right, this time I'm saying goodbye. Bye.